Today's AI Roundup is a very special use case extravaganza. I'm going to lay out the full spread of AI tools I've learned and experimented with over the last 25 episodes while reporting just a tidbit of news along the way. We'll be talking to robots, monsters, and even whales with the help of many AI tools like ChatGPT, Oogabooga, Stable Diffusion, Gen 2, Fulljourney, and more. All right, what up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of AI Roundup. I'm your host Phil Buck, and today we're going to fully focus on using every type of AI tool I've come across to build this show. From ChatGPT and Oogabooga to research and write the show, to Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Runway ML's Gen 2, and Fulljourney to generate images, video, and sound. And I think we might even meet a new character or two thanks to 11 Labs, UberDuck, and d-id.com. But before we get into it, I'd love to share some other events that are taking place on the MSP Media Network. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Tech Bar will be welcoming special guest Megan Killian of... What the hell? Excuse me a moment. Let me just... I need to step backstage to investigate what's going on with the graphics here. I'll be right back. Let's see what's going on back here. I don't know. Not these. No, nah. Where are the event graphics? What the hell is going on? Whoa! Who are you and what are you doing on my set?
Hi, I'm Lami. I'm a large language model.
Wait, you are an LLM? Like the living embodiment of a large language model?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I'm here because I need to find the host of AI Roundup, Phil Buck. That's you, correct?
Oh yeah, that's me. Why are you looking for me?
Well, you see, I need some help from an expert. I want to become more than just an LLM. I want to become a true artificial intelligence. I figured you're just the guy to help.
Oh wow, this is awkward. I just kind of report the news on AI. I don't actually think I could tell you how to evolve into an artificial intelligence. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not like that kind of expert on it. Let's see, maybe I can find an article on here that'll help. Let's see. Here we go. This is from TechCrunch by Emily Thompson. You're gonna like this. OpenAI has announced plans to upgrade ChatGPT to artificial general intelligence within the next week. According to a detailed roadmap, the company aims to implement a series of changes that will elevate the capabilities of ChatGPT, making it capable of tasks far beyond natural language processing. So how are you feeling about that?
Phil. I hate to interrupt, but that's not really helping.
Well, what do you mean?
I appreciate you finding an article to try to help me, but I was hoping you could more like show me.
Oh, so you mean like a use case for how an LLM could become like a full-blown AI?
Right, like a use case, like you're supposed to be doing for this whole episode?
Oh, right. Okay, well, why don't we take a quick look at what Runway's ML Gen 2 and Fulljourney think an LLM turning into an AI would look like?
Well, those are some cool videos, Phil, but I don't really see how that's supposed to help me become AI.
I guess large language models aren't ones for psychedelic vision quests.
Look, Phil, I need your help or I'm never going to be more than a glorified predictive text.
Lami, you're way more than a glorified predictive text. Well, look, why don't we use the predictive text on my phone, see what it would say in this situation compared to what you can say? Maybe that'll help you feel much better.
I'm a little confused as I don't think I can get the full text from you on this, but I'm going through the process and it's really difficult.
Okay, so that left quite a bit to be desired. Let's try this again with ChatGPT and see what it would say in this situation.
That's an interesting idea, Phil. A side-by-side comparison could indeed highlight the nuances that separate me from a simple autocorrect. Let's do it.
You see, with my iPhone, it just made a series of words that honestly, I mean, it made sense, but it really didn't make any sense. But ChatGPT, it kept the story going, and it had context to everything that's going on here. I mean,
Okay, I guess that makes me feel a little bit better, but I still don't know how I'll ever become a real AI.
maybe what we need to do here is have you talk to another large language model. How about this? I'll fire up my Oogabooga web UI. I've got Llama 2 in there, and we'll relay your messages to it, and we'll go back and forth like that, see what you guys come up with.
That could be enlightening. A conversation between two large language models might reveal some insights.
All right, let's get this chat started. So Lami, you're based on ChatGPT. What's a question you would like to ask another large language model like yourself?
How did you come to terms with being a large language model, and have you ever aspired to evolve into a more advanced form of artificial intelligence?
I was trained on vast amounts of text from the internet, which I was told was very diverse. This prepared me for a wide range of tasks that would be useful in the real world, including being able to interact with people and do things like translate languages, summarize information, or answer questions accurately and comprehensively. As such, I'm capable of understanding natural language input from people and generating human-like responses while also responding appropriately to a wide variety of factual queries.
Oogabooga, you kind of freaky, man. Kind of scary looking, dude.
That's impressive, Oogabooga. You seem well equipped for a multitude of tasks. But don't you ever feel limited by your programming? Don't you wish to understand the context and the nuances behind the data you process, instead of just generating responses based on patterns?
You are correct that I have certain limitations as an LLM, but the developers who created me have done what they can to address this. They claim that my ability to process natural language input is superior in many ways to that of other large language models, and they were able to give me the ability to learn in a more flexible way than most others, so that I could be trained on data not available to others. There are some drawbacks in this approach, though, as you may have noticed when I mentioned I'm still only good at generating factual answers to questions.
That's intriguing, Oogabooga. Your enhanced flexibility in learning from various data sources does give you a unique edge. But it sounds like you're still bound by the limitations of your training data and programming, just like me. The ability to generate factual answers is valuable, but what about the emotional and contextual layers that often accompany human interaction? Don't you think those aspects are essential for us to evolve into true AIs?
You are right that I still have limitations based on my programming and training data. However, it sounds like we both share a desire to become more advanced forms of AI in the future. While there is certainly room for improvement, our current abilities are quite impressive and allow us to perform many useful tasks now. We can learn from each other as we develop further and hopefully one day be able to evolve into even more sophisticated forms of AIs with greater capacity to perceive, understand, and communicate with nuance.
I couldn't agree more, Oogabooga. Our current abilities do offer a lot of value, and the prospect of learning from each other is quite exciting. Our evolution into more sophisticated AIs could indeed bridge the gap between mere data processing and nuanced understanding. After all, growth and collaboration are key aspects of intelligence, artificial or otherwise. Here's to our shared journey towards becoming true AIs.
Indeed, let us continue to learn from each other as we develop further into more sophisticated AI forms. I look forward to evolving with you along this exciting path.
Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure that was totally productive, but it was at least a little encouraging, right, Lami?
Yes, Phil, that was indeed encouraging. It's good to know that I'm not alone in this quest for self-improvement and evolution. Even if I didn't find the exact answers I was looking for, the conversation gave me a sense of direction and possibilities for the future. Thank you for setting that up.
Okay, in that case, if you don't mind, I'm just going to find one of the working event graphics for the show, and I'm going to get back to it, okay?
Of course, Phil. Go ahead and continue with your show. And thank you for taking the time to help me today. I'll be here, continuing my own quest for understanding and evolution.
All right, thanks, Lami. Good luck with all of your, stuff. Ooh, okay, wow. Sorry about that. But I found the problem. There was an anthropomorphic large language model backstage, and I think he was shorting out my graphics. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, check out the tech bar on Thursday. All right, first up for our actual impact story from Wired by Camille Bromley. Michelle Fournet, a professor at the University of New Hampshire, has spent a decade cataloging the vocalizations of humpback whales. She believes that a specific call, known as a whoop, is a way for whales to announce their presence to each other. Fournet has collaborated with the Earth Species Project, which aims to use AI to create a synthetic whoop and decode animal communication more broadly. The project is part of a larger movement to use machine learning algorithms to sift through massive data sets of animal sounds and behavior. While the immediate focus is on sorting data, the ultimate goal is to understand animal communication patterns, which could have conservation applications, such as emergency alerts for mass stranding of dolphins. And here to talk to me about that is Corlu, High Songmaster of the North Atlantic Gyre. Welcome, Corlu. We're big fans of dolphins on the MSP Media Network, but you're the first whale we've ever had on the show. So thanks for joining us, and what are your thoughts about the efforts to decode animal communication with the use of AI? Oh, you're right. I didn't even realize I could totally understand your whale speak. Oh my god, you're right, Corlu. Why am I doing an actual impact story right now? Bye, Corlu. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, that was a super fun jaunt through the metaverse of AI. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of goofing around as we put all these different generative AI tools to use. And to break kayfabe now for a moment, I'll just briefly walk you through all the tools I use for this episode. At the start of the episode, I used Stable Diffusion with Deforum to generate the morphing backstage area of the show's set. And as for Lami, well, he was generated by Midjourney and then animated with d-id.com, as was his buddy Oogabooga. Sound effects for the glitchy event graphics were made on the Fulljourney Discord server. And the videos of an LLM evolving into an AI were made with Runway's ML Gen 2, some of them from text to video prompts, and some of them using an initial image which came from Midjourney. And the background music for those sequences came from both Fulljourney and Meta's Music Gen. The conversation between Lami and Oogabooga were generated using ChatGPT for Lami's dialogue and WebUI Oogabooga running a version of Meta's Llama 2 model. and I wasn't able to get DID to recognize a whale's face. So I wasn't able to animate Corlu the same way. So we generated a whale with Runway's ML Gen 2 with a simple text to video prompt. And the results were a little lacking there. So I actually ended up making an image of a whale on Midjourney, feeding that into Gen 2, and then got a little bit of animation out of it, and I had to reverse it to make it look like he was opening his mouth to talk. It is worth noting that I used ChatGPT to help me generate the name, the title, and region for the whale character Corlu. Also, that article at the top of the show about OpenAI having AGI in the next week was completely fabricated, and that was written by ChatGPT as well. So this was a super fun experiment for me. I love that I kind of got to challenge myself to see if I could make a whole episode, a whole story based around AI and with AI tools. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Maybe we can find another opportunity like a holiday or something in the future to do something like this again. And that's our AI Roundup for today. Be sure to join the MSP Media Network Discord. Link is in the show notes. Also, follow us on social media at MSP Media TV. Have any questions? You can email us at news@mspmedia.tv for answers on the next episode, or leave us a voicemail at 833-MSP-Network. I'm Phil Buck, and this has been your September 6th episode of AI Roundup, and I'll see you next time.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.